actually membership underneath has really exploded, and she has some great ideas for how to retain, recruit, and revitalize your good membership.
Okay, I was supposed to be the only one standing between you and lunch, but Michael, I don't know where you are.
He's got
Sorry, Michael. You'll be the one. But I'm going to keep it short and sweet. You have a handout there, and the handout, I think the hardest thing in the handout was what couple of things should I focus on, since this was a pretty short session. But I also wanted to hear from you. So be thinking about this. If somebody has a really great membership idea, I mean, that's the thing I love about coming to conferences like this. I hear so many great ideas. It gets me really energized to go back and put some things in place. So, excellent. All right, so I sort of narrowed it down when I started my committee, and Kathy said we had good success. We actually almost doubled our membership. But I think the thing that I have to put as almost like a caveat on this presentation is really we have two groups of members. We have the members who are dues paying, and we love them and their money. We also have the volunteers. So a lot of these ideas cross over between the two groups, and a lot of them you can use for both groups, right? So, so my first thing was, okay, how are we taking care of it? How are we going to increase membership? What are we going to do? So for us, we decided the top three was you can't do this by yourself. So some people say, well, she's our membership person. Well, our membership person, when I took over, was one person, and all she really did was manage the database. So memberships came in, she put them in, she sent notices. Excuse me. So, but what were we doing to move the organization forward? How are we going to improve it? So, so we formed a committee, and it was just 5 of us, not a small committee, but people who had ideas, and that's what we were looking for. So what events, so we've heard a number of times this morning about different events we can hold. We hold concerts, hot summer nights. Every Thursday night in August, we have a concert at our library. We set up a table in the library, in the lobby, and it just said, let's be friends. And the membership, it was such an easy sell because we funded the money to pay for those concerts. That artist got paid a couple $100. So in having a conversation with people who came in the door, it was an easy hook to get them to join. And we had a significant number of folks who joined for the concert series. We do that with the different events that the library holds. So when they get their year plan, we look at that list and how can we capitalize what one's going to be our audience. So Touch a Truck, which is a big event at the library, brings in about 1,000 people, but not really the folks that we want to touch. So a lot of people with kids, running around, and they're too busy to even notice that we're standing there. So, and then the third thing, again, there's a lot of things on the list. It's hard to narrow down, but why join? So, I was actually, when I mentioned I wasn't sleeping, I have to do another presentation on the library and the Friends group in November for a group called Newcomers. So these are people new to the community, about 75 people. And the slides that I will put together last night was what we found. So the first 14 slides in the thing is what we found. And pictures of the event or pictures of the flyer that went out on the website, whatever it is, what did we fund? Last year we gave the library $143,000. And that money, I mean, we could have given them double that, but we give them what they asked for. And then we encourage them to ask for more. because we do really well with our book sales, we do really well with our eBay sales. So, what are those things that are going to get you hooked for that person? Next, I'm gonna back to identifying, right? Okay, so anybody have something that you do to increase membership unique that we haven't talked about yet? Anybody in? No idea that's out there that you're waiting to tell everybody about? All right, lunch, I know. All right, taking current members. So what have you done for me lately, right? So this, again, is also difficult, and I kept kind of going over between volunteers and members because we can use the same things for our volunteers that we use, but we have our annual meeting with our members and we do our election. So we put that out to all the memberships. It's a free lunch. And we get some members, we get a lot of volunteers, but a lot of volunteers are members as well. So, and we do newsletters, you know, so we welcome them, we give them an initial email. I will tell you, in the 50th anniversary celebration we're doing in October, we have a special invite that went out to our lifetime members. We have 87 lifetime members, and they will be getting a pin that says Friends for Life, and it has our logo on it. So, you know, it's what do we do to appreciate people who do sign up? One of the things that I had been on a conference call with Kathy and some others about how to increase membership, and that was recurring payments. Okay, so we now offer that as a button on the website when they sign up or on the form. We can offer recurring payments. So just every year it comes up and they get a notice, their credit card is going to be charged for $15 or $20, whatever their level is. And it automatically happens. So we're not chasing down the members. We send newsletters. We're actually putting out one on Monday, and that's a special edition. Normally, we just put out a quarterly newsletter. But we let folks know what's going on at the library, what the Friends events are. We do meet a member, meet a volunteer. We did meet a board member and told a little bit about the board members in our newsletter. So we communicated very effectively with our members. And then fun and appreciation. And, you know, the fun thing can't be undersold. You know, what are you doing for fun? Are you having fun when you're out there? And we try to do that with the concerts. We'll get everybody together with concerts. You know, as much as we can do. We have pizza lunches. We have anything that can come up to make sure that they feel welcome and appreciated. In our library and in our friend's basement. We occupy the basement pretty much at the library, so I know we have space empty from a lot of other libraries.
Yeah, don't feel bad, your basement's like 40,000 square foot.
Yeah. We have it set up like a library downstairs, and that's our book sale. So we do have space. So I say one of the things is the brochure. So this is our brochure. I usually have 2 or 3 of these in my purse. And when somebody asks about the library, I whip this out. What do we fund? What do we do? And how to get involved. And there's your QR code for joining or for membership. So something handy that you can hand out to folks that we talk to. And I thought I actually took the Renew Your Membership form from the Tennessee Library newsletter. And I said, oh, if this was just smaller and filled it up in my purse, you know, maybe I can put that in there and help increase our membership. Because a lot of times it's, do they even know we exist? Okay? And the third item is re-energizing your inactive members. So, you know, what are you doing? And this is difficult even for our volunteer coordinator, because I'm constantly nagging him about, so-and-so hasn't shown up. Did you reach out to them? They haven't come in and volunteered in a while. What are we doing? Are we surveying them? Are we finding out? Is it just because they didn't want to pay the dues, or they'll pay the dues at the next sale? Or what is it that's making them inactive? And is it something that we can learn from? We have to be able to gather the information and learn from that information. Right, so the recurring payments, the task list, things that they're involved with. So for the volunteers, if you don't like that job that you're currently doing, we have a whole lot of other jobs. We have jobs that involve computers. Some people don't want to touch a computer. We have jobs that just do dusting the shelves, anything and everything that we have. So make sure that you have a good fit if it's a volunteer. But members, they don't know the task list that's out there, all the opportunities either. So maybe they'd like to join for a membership, but maybe they'd also like to help out in the volunteer world. So there's a lot of opportunity there, and I underlined on my list a short survey. You get these surveys that are 20 minutes later and you still ask questions. I pretty much want to click the big red X in the corner. But if it's something short and sweet, sort of why did you steer away from us? We just want to know. And sometimes it can be done on a phone call. You have a lot of folks who don't want that adversarial conversation, and a survey or an email is easier. So, did anybody think of any wonderful membership idea while I was talking? We got one in the back.
We got so overwhelmed with the fundraisers and things and all the things we're trying to do. And there was a point, several months ago, where I just asked, people or comments or whatever. We figured out we had not really done anything to just enjoy each other's company. And so we have a couple there. And just said, it's not for the raise money, we're not going to talk about anything, we just kind of hang out. And it was really nice. Everybody came over and there was a lot of things, and it reminded them of why I enjoyed it in the first place, was just to be a part of a financial group. And, I kind of went to a point where we was like, fundraiser, and we kind of forgot the point of it was like these each other. So, kind of reminding us to put that in our calendar and make sure that they understand that there's some sort of reason just to be, around each other. So that was something that is new and we added that we'll just add.
So one thing that we added this year was a birthday luncheon, and whoever's birthday it is gets to choose the place and the time. And usually 9 or 10 of us show up for a birthday luncheon, and we don't discuss business of FOL, we just enjoy each other like that.
I just wanted to point out that the Lewis County people who are here today posted a great photograph on Facebook telling everybody what they're doing and how much they are learning for being here.
Oh, keep going.